Alright. Hello everybody. Back to another episode of my Minecraft Play. It's currently about 11 p.m. on a Wednesday. So I gotta keep down a little bit because, I'm not the only one who lives at my parents' house. Shocking. Man, I guess it doesn't really matter because I never really raised my voice, but probably put away all this insects. Those go in there. Nether things. I guess you can go in there. And did I create a chest for the rack and soul sand, or do they not have their undesignated space? They do not. Okay. So I'm gonna put these in there. Now, the previous episode, we built this nice edge over here. Haven't I? Yeah. Well, I actually had an idea. I just realized it won't work. I was gonna put trapdoors all along here, but I realized the corners would not really work in this case. So there goes that idea. So, ugh. For the most part, until I have a reason to add anything else to it, this house is more or less complete. So, I'm gonna do the next thing, which is, since this is a nice, rich house, like nobody has, unless you're really, really rich, nobody has hedges as the thing, sealing off their backyard from the rest of the world, right? So I figured, why not make a whole neighborhood? And obviously, rich houses have space from the sidewalk to the front door. You'd probably want to park like a car here or something. Right? And a car would probably fit in this space here. But, can't just have a car here. You gotta have a road. And you can't just have a driveway the size of your car, because then other cars can just hit your car when just driving. So obviously you need a little space for that, and obviously everybody has a front lawn. So let's drive out a little bit. Let's say I have about this much room from the front of my house to the road. And I think I'm gonna make it out of stone slabs. So of course I need cobblestone. I need to turn that all into stone. Now if I can, thank you. Can start by putting a door in it. Well, putting them underneath the door. I love this floor. I'm gonna go to bed. Because, it's obviously easier to work in the daytime than it is at night. Okay, well, front of the house. I'm gonna reduce this hill. Right. I think that is going to be the curve I go for with the hill. Make another shovel. Here's my last iron ingot. This shovel breaking, I have to get more. Alright, well, I guess I don't have much else to do other than to slowly cut away at this hill. Guess I can't do the whole clicking and then letting go to make it dig faster. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go mining. Because I'm out of, things to make shovel with, so. Hope the game isn't too loud. check real quick, see if my microphone audio is being captured. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Just making sure because I didn't check that before I hit record. And oh, I didn't check that before I hit record. Oh, my game just crashed. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't check that before I hit record, and you know, usually that's a bad thing because usually it's not on, but oh, oh, saves me that, I guess. Yeah, usually it's not on, so being on is good, obviously. Oh, wow, there was a cave right there. If I had dug like 2 blocks, I would have found a cave. And there's iron right there. Like, right there. Wow. Well. Going by my rule, if there's an open space to the left or right of the tunnel, I take a block further. And there's also an open space above it, so. Is there something standing on top of that chunk of dirt there? Anyways. Well, I don't need to find out, so I'm going. Now, I'd imagine that by now, yep. I have more birch than I do spruce, so I'm getting that. Make 2 shovels because I know one's not going to be enough. At least considering the amount of terraforming I've been doing. Okay. Now I'm not gonna sit here and wait. There you go. Alright. 2 more shovels. You gotta remember, I'm gonna put that there so I remember that I don't need to make another diamond pickaxe. I don't need to make another iron pickaxe because I have a diamond one. Because I didn't remember last time. Okay. In real life, sidewalks are roughly the same width as the road. They sideline. well, roughly the same as a lane of the road, they say. So, it's going to be the sidewalk. And that includes curb, by the way, I should say. Because usually it's grass, sidewalk, and then curb. This is the curb here. I would make it a different block, but there's nothing really that would resemble a curb more than just the exact same block I'm using for the sidewalk. So, yeah, I'm gonna, obviously, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm going for a more modern sort of build here as my area of living. Okay, well. Also, I should get rid of that reheater because I'm gonna be putting a driveway. Driveway is usually a little bit wider than one lane of road. So I think I'll make the lanes 3 blocks, and then the driveways will be 4. I'm gonna just, and then on the other end, have that. So there's an obvious continuation there. And then all this is gonna be driveway. Wonder, can you turn, you can turn like diamonds and gold into a block, so can you turn coal into a block? No, you can't. Okay. Because if you could, that would probably make for a very good block to build road out of. Seeing as that's not the case. I'm not too inclined to use wool. Actually, let's go. I know this world is not in the right format, so it's probably going to be a little, yeah, it's, the biome here is screwed up. That being said, I'm going to see how to make a good roadblock if it's not wool. I can't use bedrock because you can't break that. Can't use mycelium because you can't dig that. Shit, I guess we're doing wool. Alright. Well, if we're doing wool, then at very least... Do I not have any wool? I have none. 0. Okay. Well, I should probably, if I can... I believe it's possible. Lure some sheep. Do they eat wheat? Not. There was something about they made some changes to animals, and I forget what those were. I don't have any wheat on me, so I guess I can't test it right now. Although I do see a sheep off in the distance, and I'm going to shear them. Oh, a black sheep. That's perfect, too. Because black is primarily the color I'm going to be using. I mean, obviously it'd be nice to have white wool, because white is probably going to be the second to most common color. It's nice to have that. If this is a neighborhood, then it wouldn't have lines on the road. It'd be a 2-lane road with no line down the middle. At least here. I don't know how they do it in other places, but over here in Great White North, they sort of just... They define neighborhoods by not having lines on roads. If it has lines on roads, then it's not a neighborhood. And that's not just me making assumptions, like that's actually how they define them here. I should know, I looked it up. Whatever the case though, I'm doing the driveway first. Yeah, I think that actually will look pretty good when it's all there. I think I have some fences left over, and I think it might be wise to put that at the side. Let's make a few more. Put some fences at the side, so that way, sort of, it acts as both a visual and practical divider between the driveway and entrance to the backyard. Not to mention it adds some asymmetricality to the house, which is, you know, a good thing, since right now it is very symmetrical. I mean, obviously on the inside it is completely asymmetrical, but on the inside it has, on the outside it has pervading symmetry that is almost indistinguishable. So. Anyways, I gotta plant some wheat. I have a few seeds. Do I have any more in here? Yes, I do. I have way more. It's awesome. Okay. Now, if I have a couple of buckets, I should be able to. There we go. And I'll create a second farm right here. Like how on the chicken box sound you can hear the like the field recordedness of the sound, because there's some background hum to it. I mean, obviously that's just how it was done. There obviously wasn't like striking precision with the sound design. It's just what it needs to do, and in that regard, it's quite effective. I mean, I'm gonna terraform that anyways, because it's very square. That could stay. This should probably turn into something. I'll turn that into something. Not fully planted yet, but you get the point. So, one massive wheat farm. It does mean I will have to forever eat meat, which isn't the easiest thing to come by, but if it means I'll get a shit ton of wool out of it and I'll never have to worry about that as a resource, then I'll take my chances. Eat some steak and go to sleep. Alright, well, as I've planted wheat and made the beginnings of what is eventually going to be a street, I think I'll leave this episode of my Minecraft Let's Play here. So, thanks for stopping by and watching the video. If you're new here, thanks for checking me out. If you're returning, thanks for sticking around. And, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.